first discuss who created the telephone and when it was created. Then we will move on to the impact the telephone had on the world, followed by the evolution of the telephone from the past to the present and what the future may hold. Alexander Graham Bell was born on March 3rd, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland. He was a scientist, inventor, engineer, and innovator who is credited with inventing the first telephone. Bell had been interested in the education of the hearing impaired all throughout his life due to the fact that his mother and wife were both deaf. Elijah Gray and Alexander Graham Bell both independently designed devices that could transmit speech electronically, known as the telephone. They raced for the patent office, but Bell was the first to receive the patent for the telephone. Bell's success with the telephone came as a direct result of his attempts to improve the telegraph. Here's a picture of the two.
At first, the telephone was very expensive, much so that only the richest could afford to use it. Alexander Graham Bell worked to make the telephone more affordable for less wealthy people. Within 2 years of its invention, a telephone exchange was set up in New Haven, Connecticut. By 1884, long-distance connections were made between Boston, Massachusetts, and New York City. The telephone not only changed the social lives of Americans, but it also impacted businesses. The telephone changed the way businesses operated. With the use of the telephone, businesses could easily contact businesses far away. This expedited globalization. Jobs were created and destroyed. As time went on and the telephone became more widespread, call center workers replaced messenger boys. The telephone impacted the way people interacted with each other. The telephone created a more interactive social life between people. With the invention of the telephone, people could call their relatives across the country and talk to them in real time, rather than having to write a letter and wait a week for it to be delivered to them. The evolution of the telephone. As time went on and new technology was created, the telephone was given new designs. From the creation in 1876 to today, the telephone has evolved from a bulky wall mount to a small mobile device that fits in the palm of your hand.
Since its inception, changes in telephone technology have made them smaller in size. The dialing system has gone from calling a call center and telling them the number you want to call, to now dial pads and touch screens. The telephone is now mobile, whether it's a cell phone in your pocket or a house phone. You can leave the phone station and talk in any room of your house and even on the streets of the city. Satellites have enabled the ability to call anywhere in the world with just your cell phone. As you can see in these two pictures, telephones have changed drastically since their inception. They have changed in size, technology, and usage. The first telephone, on the left, could only make calls to one other person. And today, we have smartphones, such as the iPhone 5 on the right, which have the ability to search the web, send emails, play games, listen to music, and even tell where your friends are at all times. As far as the future of telephone technology, there are many interesting possibilities. We don't know exactly which way the technology will advance, but a few intriguing possibilities include clear glass phones, such as the ones pictured in the center and right images, and wearable interfaces, such as the recently announced Google Glasses pictured on the left. These glasses will allegedly be able to display weather maps, bring up restaurant reviews, and the ability to text your friends just by speaking. In the distant future, it may even be possible to have telephones based on holographic displays. It's quite amazing to think how far telephones have advanced just since they were first created. On behalf of all of us over here at Team 4, we'd like to thank you for watching our presentation.